Because of those temperatures, electricity demand is set to reach a record for this time of year on Friday.
Governor Abbott worked to reassure Texans that widespread power outages are not likely, but he did warn that some could happen. Didn't rule out a scenario where some people's power could be shut off on purpose to conserve for others. Fox 4 Stephen Dial live with the outlook from the state's government and oversight. Stephen.
Steve, Governor Abbott referred to what's considered a load shedding event, basically meaning a planned power outage in some areas. Now, he says that he can't definitively say that one may not happen, but all energy officials are saying that there should be an excess amount of energy when things reach peak levels. The main outages only expected to be power line related with ice.
Freeze is coming, and we don't need that water sitting on the trees and then falling down.
People in North Texas are bracing for the deep freeze and icy conditions. Some crews were outside making preparations, including trimming trees. In Far East Dallas, we saw a crew contracted by Encore doing what Encore calls routine vegetation management. The company says it helps reduce the chances of ice-coated limbs from taking down power lines.
I understand how people get a little upset about their big, beautiful trees being cut, but I think them trimming the trees is a whole lot better than your tree getting full of ice and falling over and hopefully not smashing your house or taking down your power lines.
Unlike last year's storm that left a blanket of snow and days of below freezing temperatures, ice and power lines are the biggest concern this time. Encore says it will be pre-positioning crews to respond to outages and repair damaged lines or equipment. With anxiety running high from last year and low public trust in the power grid's reliability, Governor Greg Abbott told Texans we are more prepared than last year, but cautioned that doesn't mean some won't still lose power.
It could be either ice on power lines that would cause a power line to go down, or it could be ice on trees that causes a tree to fall and on power lines and cause the power line to go down. That doesn't mean that there are challenges with the power grid in the state of Texas. It means that for a short period of time, a particular neighborhood may be without power.
ERCOT, the company that manages Texas's power grid, said in a Tuesday press conference the highest energy demand is expected to be Friday morning. Their projection is 71,000 megawatts of load on the grid, which is a record. ERCOT CEO Brad Jones said, in contrast, 86,000 megawatts will be available. Peter Lake is the chair of the Public Utility Commission, which oversees ERCOT.
Our grid and our transmission system now meet and exceed federal winterization standards. Those power plants and transmission infrastructure have been inspected by ERCOT and found to be within near universal compliance. In addition, we've worked with the Railroad Commission to identify natural gas critical infrastructure to ensure that during any emergency conditions, natural gas will continue to flow to our power generators.
People living in North Texas just hope whatever comes doesn't last long.
So hopefully it comes in and gets out of here and we get back to nice, warm Texas winters.
Now, last February, natural gas was a big issue because those pipes froze. Now, today in the press conference, they mentioned being able to inject a liquid in there to make sure that things don't freeze. But again, Governor Abbott telling Texans, even if some of those pipes freeze, he believes and says that we should be fine.
All right.